Yo, 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 yo. It's me, Cody, the host. Oh, for sure, Trill. The other night was a lot of fun. Even though only a couple people stopped by, I was like, wow. I just sit here and listen to lo-fi music. People chat. That. JD, buddy, I hope we don't put you to sleep. Um, I am gonna be joined by Jacob very soon. So it's gonna kind of be just like us talking about maybe the weekend NASCAR. Like calm and collectively. And also, the cool thing about Radio LTC is the call-in feature. So, I'll bring up a phone number here in a little bit. You can call in, talk, get your thoughts and opinions out there. Or you can text, and if you're a little phone shy, um, make it anonymous, or you can put your name in there, and I will read your message out to all of the lovely viewers this evening. So, gonna play another song while I get all these sent out, and by that time Jacob should be. So, hey, this is Radio LTC. Alright, so I'm gonna bring up the prompt now. Call in or shoot a text. Don't feel bad. This is not my personal number. I bought a fake number for this, so call into Radio LTC or send a text, and I can read that. Back to. Or does anybody have any genre suggestions? You digging the lo-fi vibe? Kind of up to you. I dig the lo-fi, so we might just go back to that until somebody says something else. Junior, I would do country music if I was Dalton, but I'm not Dalton. Mambo number 5 is a bop, yeah. So all of this music that I'm using now, it's actually the subscription I got that's for streams and that sort of thing. So everybody makes like the money from their plays like through how much you pay for the subscription, which isn't bad at all. So like this is real licensed music, but we have the rights to it because of like how they're set up. It's pretty cool. But I would love to get like actual real music. Not that this isn't real, but top 40 music would be pretty cool. So I do have our first text of the evening. It is an anonymous. Intermediate tracks are low-key mid. If you agree with this, let me hear it in the chat. If you disagree, let me hear it in the chat. Or if you disagree with the statement, you can always give us a call here at Radio LTC. Is that a call we're getting? Okay. Hello, you are live with the LTC.
What's up? It's King.
What's up, King?
What's going on with you?
Hey, just hanging out, having a good evening. What are you up to?
About the same, man. Trying to close it down for the day. It's been busy the past couple weeks at work, so.
I hear ya. I hear ya.
But no, man, I appreciate you guys doing this. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, this is something I've kind of always wanted to do myself. So I was like, kind of have a platform for it. Let's try it out and see how it goes.
Yeah. Good thing is it's new enough that you're not going to have all the crazies calling you like Moody has.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, I kind of want them to, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, I kind of want to get a few crazies.
Yeah, start working on your skills now. Whatever they pay that man, it's not enough. He does a really good job of making them look foolish and getting them out pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, no, that's one thing I do appreciate about him. Like, he immediately, like, fact checks. Did you hear the Shirley incident?
Yeah, I did. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how he lasted as long as he did. I think it was, like, right at 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
It sounded like an info warrior didn't know what to do now that Alex Jones is gone.
Oh, dude, I know,
and
yeah.
he found Moody.
Yeah. I guess they are all gonna scatter out now, so we might find a few here. I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah, I don't know. Was Nick Adams at your school today?
Yeah, I didn't go. I decided against it just because I figured it would be a bad idea.
Yeah, I think that you know, a lot of those folks that are scattering are looking for a new talking head. He might be the one.
Dude, for sure, 100%. Yeah, I don't know. He's something. Like, politics aside, it doesn't matter which side of the aisle you're on for me. That guy's just insane.
Yeah, he really is, and his infatuation with Bubba's unhealthy.
Oh, dude, it's yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, like, I want to sit there and I look and see the things that he says, and I want to chalk it up to like this guy's just an asshole. But I think he's that good of a shit poster, and
Oh, for sure. I
I
fully
gotta
believe he's satire, right? He has to be.
right, and I've got to admire his commitment to looking like an asshole all the time.
He plays the role and he owns it. He would honestly, I think he needs to find himself in the WWE.
He does. He could be like a fatter, uglier Paul Heyman.
Yeah, dude, perfect. It would work.
But yeah, man, a lot of news in the NASCAR world this week, hasn't there, man?
Just a little bit. Where do we begin, or where what what headline has gotten you the most riled up?
Man, that's a tough one because I feel like it's all came in one wave, and I think that in some regards they're all intertwined. And I think the thing that you should probably, or I want to start off with, is just the Cole Custer penalty and what was handed down to him.
Was it
Um,
too much?
it's tough to even wrap my head around what the punishment should be, or if there even should be a punishment, because NASCAR's been so inconsistent. I think that in other sports there's a precedent when people do these kind of things, and Clint does it, basically kills Michael Waltrip Racing, and they add Jeff Gordon in as like a 13th entrant to the chase. Then you see Eric Jones go out, what was it, last year, 2 years ago, and not pass Denny.
Yep, 2020.
So yeah, I mean, he didn't necessarily pull a Hocevar and cause a caution, but at the same time too, he manipulated the end result and who would advance into the final round of the playoffs. And then the situation that we're in now, I think it gets tricky because it wasn't so egregious that it was blatantly obvious. I mean, sure, hey, you know what, you got tired going flat, break, 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 but at the same time too, hey, in preparation for getting this corner and my brakes and tires being hot, I had to brake a little bit earlier and thought my brake zone was a little bit further back than what it was. So I don't think that Cole did anything more egregious than anyone else. Um, and I think that at the end of the day, the way to solve this is just kill the playoffs. It's a dead gimmick at this point.
So your takeaway from like all of that, like that solidifies your hatred, I guess, for the playoffs.
Yeah, because I think we look back at how many like times we've seen people manipulate the outcome of a race for the playoffs. And the easiest way to just do it is get rid of the playoffs. And at this point, I don't think that the playoffs really are adding any value to the sport. I think if anything, it's hurting the sport.
You know, on up until yesterday, I would have disagreed with you. Me being like the little stats nerd that I am, I put together like all of the viewership from the races this season, and there is a noticeable drop off at the start of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
Do you
that
think
trend has like stayed the same throughout the first six races so far.
is it something that you've seen, and I don't know, maybe you haven't looked at it, but is it something that you've looked at in prior years to see that maybe there's a drop off when the playoffs start, in like 21, 22, 19, or is it more noticeable this year than in prior years?
So I think it's kind of on course with everything since 2016, as far as like where the drop off kind of starts and rides out. I think something that a lot of us, and when I say us, I say like more than casual NASCAR fans. Um, when your driver is out of the playoffs, do you watch it?
Right.
And I think a lot of people don't. And I think that's more of your like, your Chase Elliott fans, your Kyle Busch fans, your Denny Hamlin fans, your Joey Logano fans, the more mainstream guys who people half-heartedly watch and like, pretend to be passionate about. I think those people just quit watching if their guy's out of the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. And I think going up against football too, obviously, is going to steal some fans. Um, but another thing that I can't like get my head around right now, and I'm really fearful of as we go to Phoenix is if it gets to the final race and you've got your four drivers locked, what happens if the next gen car fails? You know, whether you break a tie rod, you can't get the single lug to basically mesh to the hub, or you have a flat tire. I mean, there's a lot of variables with these new cars that we could potentially end up with a wild card champion, not through merit, but just through attrition.
Yeah, and
And I don't know that necessarily I don't think that that would have been a talking point or something on top of my head with the previous generation vehicle, but right now, man, like I don't want to see it. If somebody, if three out of the four drivers end up getting shit canned because the car falls apart, and then we get a wild card champion, then I think NASCAR reaps what they sow.
so what I want you to think about in that sense, because I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, do you think that it's due to like sensationalism? Do you think that we would only feel that way just because of like the way that this car is being scrutinized? Because the reason why I bring that up is 2016 is the perfect example. Jimmy Johnson, that was not a championship year for him, but it fell into his lap through like bad luck for the other guys.
Yeah, but I think at the same time too, we're comparing apples and oranges because if you look at 2016, Carl Edwards pretty much shit canned himself trying to block Joey.
Oh yeah,
And that
for
was more of
sure.
a
Pain.
driver error versus an equipment error. And knowing that the teams are very limited in what they can do to modify these cars and set up these cars, it's a situation that the equipment that you're given is broken versus a driver decision to make a poorly timed block or something along those lines that'll determine the championship. And I agree with you. I don't think that 2016 should have been Jimmy's year. I think Carl would have had it had he not wrecked himself, and possibly Joey too if Carl didn't drive across his nose.
Pain. Total pain for me. That was one of my first like doses of reality in life was that year. Um I think about it every day, and that's not even a joke. Um
Yeah. I was
now
a big Carl guy too. I was a Roush fan growing up, and then Carl was like the last stalwart of that like organization, and I was happy to see him go on to better equipment, man. And then just knowing that he's like, all right, I'm done with this, and never came back, still hurts. And I don't know that at this point, I'm sure he's never coming back.
no, and I'd say this season has only like justified his decision even more.
Right.
Now,
Yeah. So I mean, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
No, I just think that that's kind of where I'm at going into the championship four is like, man, you know, just the equipment, and then the fact that we're still not done with the fuckery, man. Once we get to Martinsville, we're going to see it again, and we've seen it year over year there. So
That's I'm worried. I bought my tickets for Martinsville very early. I renewed my tickets from last year for Martinsville. So, after going to the spring race and seeing that, I'm terrified knowing we're going to a short track to lock in the final four guys. I am genuinely concerned for that.
yeah, I am too. Who knows what the equipment's going to do, and then on top of that, who knows what drivers have in mind, if in terms of payback or anything like that.
That right there, and that kind of loops us back around into, everything that's happened this week. Are we going to see very aggressive guys, or do you think that maybe what NASCAR did with Cole Custer maybe put a little bit of fear in them?
I think if you drive for Hendrick or Joe Gibbs or maybe even Penske, it probably it'll cross your mind, but I don't think it'll deter the action or the behavior.
Okay, that's interesting. I think that what happened might water down the rest of the season. It's either going to water it down or guys are going to kind of like protest in some kind of way. Like, well, let's see how far we can actually push it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that happening. And honestly, too, when I was at Talladega, I was surprised that we didn't see single file runs for a majority of the race. I mean, they actually went out and were aggressive, and it was a restrictor plate, traditional restrictor plate race. I don't think that we saw the aggressive blocks or bumps or bump drafting that we've seen in the past. But even still, I mean, I think that, it can go either way, and we won't know until race day.
Do you think that this weekend will run like a normal 1.5 overall?
I think so. I mean, the 1.5s have been pretty tame this year. I don't think that we've seen a lot of people scumbag one another. I think it'll be more of who can dial in their car and manage it. And I've got to say, man, like out of all the tracks that the next gen's done well on, it's been the 1.5.
Yeah, and personally, that makes me happy. I'm more of an intermediate guy than I am a short track guy, but that's kind of made the season more miserable for me, to the point that I hate short tracks even more now.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, I've never like been huge, even as a kid. I remember when it was time for the Richmond night race, I would be like miserable that Saturday night. Instead of being like excited that I'm watching NASCAR on a Saturday night, I was like, oh, Richmond.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, Martinsville spring this year was obviously a letdown. I think that Martinsville the past 5 years at all the shorter tracks has put on the best action. I think Bristol Night was good this year. Um, and I
You
think
thought
Richmond
Bristol
was,
night was good this year?
yeah, I thought it was all right.
Really?
It was,
What
it was
what about
tolerable.
it?
It seemed like there were two grooves of racing this year, which is classic Bristol. But I think that since the repave, we're not going to see that classic, fighting for that lower line racing.
Right.
I think that's a thing of the past, and sadly, um, until they repave it or remodify the track. But um, I think that Bristol, in terms of the short tracks, has probably been the best this season. And then Richmond too. This Richmond spring race, it was interesting to watch the drivers fight the next gen too. I mean, I don't think we've seen that in a while at Richmond either.
I will
I
say
think last season and the year before that, it was kind of bland.
this spring Richmond was exciting because we actually got to see an organic finish.
No, that's
It
true too.
really
I
came
forgot
down
about that.
to who who managed their fuel the best. And that was exciting to see because we genuinely don't get to see that a whole lot anymore because of the stages. If we're lucky, we'll get a green flag run, but I mean, it's still like, that green flag run, they're 100% okay on fuel. So it was fun getting to
Yeah,
see
you're
that
right.
again.
I forgot about that, and that's another thing too. I mean, like I like the idea of stage racing, but I hate the fact that we throw cautions for stage breaks. And I think that when you do that, you give the team and the drivers a get out of jail free card. So you get one driver that's automatically going to get the lucky dog, and then on top of that, drivers and teams can calculate their pit strategy based on the stage break. So what I would propose is, all right, say you've got a 200 lap race, lap 40, stage one, lap 80, stage two, kind of like what we have now, but instead of throwing a caution, let the teams decide, are we going to play the long play to try to win the race? Or are we going to manage our pit strategy so that we get the stage points and playoff points? And that's my thought on it.
I like that. That would add something. That would add another layer to it that we are definitely missing. One thing that kills me, and I think we could play with it. Get rid of stage breaks, specifically at road courses, for one season, and let's see
Yeah.
how those work out. Because I hate the way that everybody pits with 2 to go in the stage. I hate that.
Yeah, I do too. It's predictable anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating. We could also maybe do the same thing for super speedways. I don't think that there would be anything wrong with that either. Or maybe short tracks instead of super speedways. Um, we need some kind of spiciness again because I did feel like the season as it progressed started to get a little bit more vanilla.
Yeah, I think you're right. And it's just there's been so much good energy and good positive like on track performance, storylines, like everything has been great up until this last week, and then it's like a bucket just of shit just got dumped on the fans and the teams and everybody. So, and I know that's, the way of business and the way the sport goes, but I think at the same time too, a lot of the things that have happened have been, self-inflicted and with a little bit more thought, probably could have been averted.
How do you feel about the William Byron incident?
With him getting his playoff points back or his driver points back,
Yes.
I think it's ridiculous. I don't understand why if you're given a penalty of X amount of dollars and X amount of points, that if it goes to review board and they find you with no wrongdoing or they think that you deserve a lesser punishment, that you can offset the championship or driver points by paying more money. Because in my mind, the way that looks is, all right, you know that you did wrong. You know that you're on the line for something. But if we increase this cash amount, we can, sweep these owner points under the rug. And I think the only good thing that came out of last week was Larson being eliminated because they reinstated his points.
It was kind of like a soul for a soul in a way. Um, I'm I'm not surprised that Larson got knocked out when he did. I think I called that specifically. I think I said he would be out in the round of 8. He just didn't put on the same kind of showcase that he did last year. Um, I do love the irony in it though that because Willie got in, Larson got knocked out. I feel like that kind of restored a little bit of order because it would have been pretty messed up if Hendrick ended up with 3 cars in the top 8 after that whole ordeal.
Right. Yeah, and honestly, I didn't have Larson getting knocked out this round. I mean, you're right. This year he hasn't performed anything like he had last year, but still him being a defending champ and you know, just the tear he was on last year, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I think looking at the first round of eliminations too, I mean, I know Dalton and I both agree that Gibbs did Kyle Busch dirty. Reddick, I didn't see him going out in the first round, and Harvick, not really surprising, but it's disappointing knowing what he's done. The past 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I think these entire playoffs have been unpredictable in a lot of ways. I really thought that Harvick was going to go on a tear, and the the cars definitely prevented him from advancing. I think that SHR has been fair in their criticism of NASCAR in the last couple of weeks now, especially. It's been a very spicy time in NASCAR.
Yeah, it truly has. And also I think about the Adam Stern report that Dodge has elected not to come to NASCAR. I mean, it's interesting to me to see that a company that is so heavily involved in NHRA is saying they're not going to come to NASCAR because they want to go electric. It's like you've got the biggest motor, you're using the most amount of fuel you can to go a quarter of a mile, but you're telling us you're not going to run a V8 with less horsepower and than what you've got in some of your cars that you can buy off of a lot. Like, I don't know, that seems kind of fishy to me.
Yeah, and I also saw an article that like it was after this news obviously, but it's that NASCAR is no longer planning on doing they were going to do an exhibition series that was e-cars. And I feel like perhaps Dodge was going to be like the sponsor of it in some way. And I feel like they just couldn't get that done. I don't necessarily think that Dodge was going to come back to the Cup Series. The reason being, they're discontinuing their muscle cars. So what would they run? Um, but I think Dodge was going to be the producer for the East Series, and I think that's why that series fell through. Is because the
Interesting.
Dodge talks fell through.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, I read that just a couple hours ago. I forget where it was from, but it was like a reputable source, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that it's interesting times that we're in because every other motorsport outside of NHRA is hybrid at this point, and to remain current and provide values for the OEMs and potentially bring in new suitors too. I think that they've got to take some course of action to attract those folks, whether it's a support series or you make Xfinity hybrid or whatever the case may be. Um, but I think it's around the corner, and for the future of the sport, I think they probably should be thinking about that in the next 3 to 5 years.
Do you think that if NASCAR chooses not to go in that direction, do you think that's more damaging?
It's a it's a catch-22, and I look at the fan base now, and it's already split. I think you're going to piss off a lot of traditionalists and loyalists, but I think at the same time too, you're going to see the younger crowd get engaged and support the sport by doing that. But I really don't know what the answer is. I just think that when you look at motorsports as a whole, as an aggregate, and you look at it, from a global perspective, Formula One, endurance, rallying, IndyCar, they're all there. And, Formula One, there's no shortage of support. It seems like rallying is starting to get more support. Endurance cars, I mean, Porsche, Audi, uh, Ferrari, they're all starting to build hybrid supercars to perform to participate in endurance races. And I get that it's an apples to oranges comparison, but I think when you see the trends across the world, I mean, you've got to pay attention to it and consider it. I
Did
don't want to find ourselves in a situation like IndyCar where you've got two manufacturers.
Right, yeah, yeah, which is that's a weird pickle to be in. Um, I expect with the new engine that's coming, whenever the new manufacturer comes in, I think that the next engine we get will be hybrid. That is my prediction.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, that makes sense.
whether or not that that's true, of course, I'm just a guy sitting here just spewing out nonsense. I have no inside knowledge, but I feel like it would make the most sense to just go hybrid early, and then eventually, I mean, there's no like beating around the bush for it. I would say by 2040, NASCAR's fully electric. Most cars being produced will be.
Right.
I mean, it's stock car racing at the end of the day, and I mean, if every other car is electric, then NASCAR's got to be a stock car series.
Right. Well, and that's the thing too. I mean, grassroots racing, I think, will probably be the last holdout for internal combustion, just because of the cost associated with hybrid drives and electric drives and whatnot. And that's great. And I think that there's a place in motorsports culture and in American motorsports culture for that. But the Premier Series, um, to attract new fans and to attract new OEMs, I think it's a step that they unfortunately are going to be forced to take.
Yeah, and I don't I guess time will tell all of that. I mean, I'm excited for the future of the sport. I feel like there is no way it could be worse than what it is right now, and I genuinely mean that in a lot of ways. I think we're going to get a lot figured out as far as how much money teams are making and bringing in. Um, yeah, I think we're going to get a lot of things situated and figured out. Uh, but like I said, only time will tell.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that was another point that I want to hit on too. I mean, the statistics that were provided to us, or the information that was provided to us in terms of like the TV revenue sharing, is, if accurate, it's pretty alarming. And you look at NASCAR and what they're doing. All right, you got NASCAR, the organization, the sanctioning body. You got them who owns the tracks, markets, whatever the case may be, broadcast. But the folks that are responsible for putting on the show and the entertainment are getting the least, smallest slice of the pie. And for the health of the sport and, developing legacies and, having consistency, that needs to be reevaluated.
I do agree. I think I think NASCAR has a very long way to go. Um, as far as figuring out a proper way to enforce and enact and remain consistent. I don't think that the appeals panel that we have is the right way to go. I think you can't have a revolving door when people are making decisions like that. I think a group of people need to be selected, hired, well known as far as who they are and what their history is, what their background is, because we don't need a former Hendrick executive running the appeals panel. Um,
No, absolutely
I
not.
mean, perhaps bringing in people from other motorsports, to oversee like these kinds of decisions might be the way to go. Maybe we don't need anybody involved in NASCAR directly. I feel like there's too many hands in the bowl right now, and it's starting to show a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's a lot of self-serving interest with the folks that are guiding the sport right now. And I think I made the comment on the stream maybe this week or last week, like, we need an FIA style panel to manage that. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, yeah, there's a certain amount of fuckery that comes with the FIA too. But typically that happens behind the scenes. It's not as blatantly obvious as what we see in NASCAR on the track on a weekly basis. And I think that's one of the things that the FIA and Formula One does a really good job of is that they control the story. They think through it about how it's going to be perceived and the precedent that they're going to set, and then that's how they proceed. It's not a situation where, all right, we've had this panel review of the initial penalty. We're gonna, we're still going to punish you, but we're going to give you back your championship points, kind of like the William Byron situation. Um, so yeah, I mean, there does need to be an independent board, and I like your idea of bringing in folks from different organizations and different forms of motorsports to come in and view it to use their expertise, so that you're not looking at it through one lens, and you're not going to be persuaded based on your past experiences or relationships.
I agree. Dave the Stalker just hopped in the chat and said someone who won't take payola. Um, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Trying to keep NASCAR as uncorrupted as possible. With the growth and the heavy scrutiny, it's going to be hard to keep NASCAR from kind of having to take an FIA approach, which is a little scary. Um, but what else? What else can we do?
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think that a lot of the stuff that we've seen over the years, we've been willing to tolerate, whether it's your favorite drivers winning or your teams winning or whatever the case may be. But I think the culmination of driver safety with the next gen, uh, poor calls made in terms of punishment and discipline for drivers, manipulation of races. I mean, it's all come to a head at one time, and I think that again, there's some serious like soul searching that NASCAR is going to have to do to figure out how to fix this stuff moving forward. Otherwise, the fans that are invested like yourself and me and the other members of LTC and the viewers, like, it's gotten to the point that we're really starting to question the legitimacy of the sport. you know?
I agree. It's getting scary. And I hope that's not what it comes down to, but I feel like that's where we're headed.
Yeah, I agree completely.
And I don't, like I said, time will tell. I don't know how much I can speculate. I don't know how much any of us can really speculate. All I know is it is just a really weird time in the sport.
Yeah, it is, and part of me wants to say they're growing pains, but at the same time too, based on what we've seen in the past, I don't know that's necessarily the case because I don't know that they have the right focus or the right people in place to overcome it and come out, better than what they went into it as. Um, but hopefully, as like I said, I mean, hopefully these are growing pains and they'll be able to sort this out moving forward, and we won't repeat, a lot of these foibles and missteps that we've had this season.
Yeah, I don't know. It's such a I have tried to stay as nice as possible and as optimistic as possible, and the last like 2 weeks has just made it hard to be optimistic going forward.
Yeah, I get it, and I think I'm in the same boat too. I mean, it's it's one thing to have excuse me, I've got my work hat still on. It's one thing to have drivers complain about safety, but until like, you know, 3 or 4 of the playoff entrants are sitting out because they're injured, and their injury, potentially is going to cost Kurt Busch's career prematurely. It's the same injury that sidelined the biggest star in the sport in 2017. Like that kind of shit, when you're hearing it early season, makes you wonder why they didn't jump on it sooner. And again, I think it's one of those things. Unfortunately, they're reaping what they sow at this point. I'm glad they're taking the appropriate measures now, but why wasn't this done 3 or 4 months ago?
I agree. I'm right there with you. And it's impossible to try to argue on their side as far as, well, we had no idea any of this was going on. Um, I thought a lot of guys were pretty vocal, even last year in testing, that these cars hurt.
Right.
So, I mean, I saw a meme the other day, and it's bad, but it was funny. It was like Kurt was the last piece of thread holding NASCAR together, and ever since he's been gone, everything's fallen apart. And honestly, that's kind of a great point.
That's
You
Right.
true.
can't argue it.
No,
It
you
is a
can't.
true
And then you
point.
start thinking about, some of the other old heads that are in the sport, like,
Can you
Kevin
hear
and
me now?
Denny and Kyle. I mean, those are really the last few guys of that generation that, have the pull and the power to
Can you
say
hear
what
me at all?
they feel without any fear of repercussions. And I don't know. I mean, maybe someday Chase will get to that point. I think Blaney's kind of getting there right now, but I don't know that he's as secure as some of the other folks. Maybe even Brad K's at that point too, being an owner and where he's at in his career. But yeah, it's important for the drivers to be able to say what they've got to say without fear of repercussions. And I don't think that that's really worked out well for Harvick either.
No, no, not at all.
So, and it's interesting too to see what how Tony Stewart feels about the sport too. I mean, I think that really it wasn't necessarily his frustration with the sport didn't necessarily start with NASCAR from the get go. I think last year when he had the opportunity to sign Larson and Ford didn't allow him to do that, that was strike one. And then we fast forward to where we're at now, and just what's compounded. I don't know long term what Tony's going to do in the sport either. I mean, that's just speculation on my end, but
I think Tony is just being Tony right now. I don't think he's going anywhere.
yeah,
I,
and most likely you're right too. But he's so hot headed. But then again, taking a step back to your point, you've got what sponsor relationships that you need to manage and see through. You've got relationships with Ford, and also you owe it to your drivers to set them up for success too. So I don't know. You're right. He probably wouldn't pull out directly, but um, you know, I can also see someone like a Justin Marks coming in and saying, "All right, we'll take it off your hands if you don't want the headache."
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's exactly what he did with Chip Ganassi.
Yeah, Marcus Lemonis will just go all in, have his own team, and there'll be 4 Camping World cars out there.
Oh Lord, I hope that's not the case, but I guess at this point, anything is possible.
Right.
Dude, I finally figured out how to see
But
where they're
well,
talking.
no, man, I appreciate you having me on.
No, dude, I appreciate you coming on. Have to do it again sometime soon.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you guys go. Have yourself a good weekend.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
Yep. See you, man.
Bye, buddy.
Oh shit, dude. My bad. I didn't realize you were on the phone.
Yeah, I've been on the phone this whole time, Jacob.
Dude, I've just been talking over you.
I've heard you. Yeah. Welcome, welcome to the show, Jacob. Your mic is
I
hot.
appreciate it. Thanks.
So you
thanks
could
for having me on.
you could hear him?
I could not hear him. No, I could not.
Really? Okay. See, I'm trying to figure out why you can't hear the The stream that I'm sharing with you.
Yeah, see that's what I don't get.
Can you
man.
see it?
I can see it. Yeah, I see some people. I see Dave the Stalker talking right now. What up, Dave? But I can't hear like the phone conversations.
That is very weird.
Cool thing is you guys can hear me vape on this.
I could hear you. Yeah, I could totally hear you vaping.
You guys get to hear the culture come right out of my mouth, man.
The culture.
The culture, dude. So is this what radio life is like?
Yeah, kinda, sorta.
Just chill conversations.
Hey, appreciate you, Dave. He just tagged us on Twitter.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you in. So you're on the stream now. Can you hear that?
Hold on a second, I'll be able to tell you. On the Streamlabs portion?
Yes.
So what I've got here is our two squares, and then I've got like the background photo that we use on the show. That's all I can see. But I'm watching the Discord version.
Okay, but you can't hear anything.
Not really.
Nothing at all?
I can hear you. I cannot hear anybody on a phone call.
Can you hear the music?
No.
It's supposed to share audio.
Can everybody else hear music?
So if you, yeah, I'm playing music. If you open up, go to Discord. Let's do this live on Radio LTC.
Okay. All right. I'm on Discord.
Okay, so bring up like the video.
Yeah.
Okay. And there should be like a volume button.
Yeah, I've got that all the way up.
And you hear
yeah,
nothing.
It's all the way up. I hear nothing. What's pop out mean? What's that mean? Oh shit. Oh god. Oh. That's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I've got this shit all the way turned up. There's a button that says stay on top.
You've got nothing?
I got absolute squat.
What about now?
Oh, that was loud. Yeah, I feel like that was something.
Is that just me talking?
It's like an echo.
Yeah, because you're hearing me twice.
Like I'm. Yeah.
So Jacob, how's your
Yeah,
week
it's about
going,
all.
buddy?
Yeah. Say it again.
How's your week been?
Dude, it's been okay, man. I've it ended up being pretty good week.
I agree with you, even though I have no idea what you just said.
How about yours?
You know, my week's been okay. I can't complain too much. Lots has happened in NASCAR. King of the
Are you
Trill.
talking now?
I am talking now. Can you hear me? Oh no. think Jacob's gone.
Jesus.
Are you there? Are you there? Jacob,
Yes, sir.
you can hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so when you could hear me a little while ago, you could actually hear me through the stream and not Discord. Because I had been muted on Discord when we were talking a little while ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
could hear it on the stream.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it kicked me from the stream itself, so I'm gonna go back to that and get some. Fuck.
I might have to send you another link.
You might have to. It's not letting me. Yeah, I thought that was weird because I kept hearing you. I was like, wow, why is this doing this? Why is it doing this to me?
I have a crazy idea.
What's that?
Open up StreamYard, and I'll share my screen with you through StreamYard.
I like the way you think.
StreamYard can be beneficial.
Alright, I got StreamYard open.
King of the Trill said, "This is by far the hardest announcement of my life. At 10 p.m. on Radio LTC, we've lost Jacob's feed."
Oh shit.
Okay, I just started a chat room. Can y'all hear Jacob now?
Can y'all hear me?
Should be able to.
Yawn.
All right. Yeah, so you should be good to go into the StreamYard now. You're still logged in, right?
Oh yeah.
Ryan said,
perfect.
unfortunately, we can. Dalton Good in the chat. I'm trying to watch the Preds while my family is arguing over politics. Please help.
Dude, just leave the room. What are you talking about? It's not like you're hostage.
Or is he?
Do what husbands do.
What's that?
Find time to be alone. Oh god, man. I gotta put my camera off. Let's go to this one.
Oh, wait, hold up. There's an echo.
Oh, it's probably because I'm in both. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get off Discord one.
Hey. All right, can you hear me?
Oh, dude, yeah, this is so much better.
Can you see everything?
I can.
Sweet. All right. Is everything still playing?
I hear like snippets of music.
So you can hear the music now.
Yeah, pump that music up just a tad bit so let's see if I can hear this. I don't know if that's music or not, to tell you the truth.
It should be music.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just gotta leave that up. I like the echo. It's like a local radio ad spot.
Come on down to Joe's mattresses, where we have half off.
Come on down to Mega 69 Motors.
Mega 69 Motors. we're only giving this opportunity away for one weekend.
I'm so angry. So,
No.
Trill was on a little while ago. We had a very productive and mature and responsible NASCAR conversation. We pretty much covered everything. There were a few points that he made, though, that I would love to get your input on.
Yeah, man.
How you feel about Cole Custer?
Like as a human being, or as his performance, or as the recent penalization?
I feel like Cole is probably a stand-up guy, so I don't want to talk too much about his personal life. He's had his struggles on the racetrack since he's came up to Cup, so I don't want to talk about that too much. Let's talk about what's happened in the past, I don't know, like 4 days.
Yeah, man. That might be the biggest bullshit I've seen in a very long time. And that's my short answer. Do you want my long answer now, or do you want me to hear what Trill said?
Go ahead and hit me with your long answer.
Okay, so off the bat, let's just go ahead and say yes, the 41 did slow down to let the 14 by. That is completely obvious. We saw that happen. My thing is, why throw down the gauntlet now? There's been so many instances over the past seasons where they've just let it go, where it's no big deal. And as far as my knowledge is, it was the same leadership 2 years ago as it is really right now. I don't understand how we can just absolutely, really they ruined that crew chief's life, right? Like, his job's at stake. Indefinite suspension is a bad mark on your resume.
Your personal record.
Yeah, that's going to follow you around. It's like a bad Carfax, right? Like, if you have damage on a Carfax, no matter what, like, you got to explain this damage.
Or you
just
don't, and you hope some sucker comes and buys it.
Yeah, man. Look at Ty Norris. He done pretty good after Michael Waltrip racing, right? No shade towards him, but my biggest thing is, I just don't get it. Like, Chase Briscoe would 100% pass Cole Custer. He would have made that pass, no matter what. I don't feel like the Cole Custer was going to hold him up. But the biggest thing I look at, dude, is like last year, the Bristol Knot race. If you want to talk about manipulating the finish, like if we're going to throw down the gauntlet on manipulating the finish, then we have to throw down the gauntlet. Why wasn't the gauntlet thrown on Chase? Because no matter what, it was a manipulation, right? Like, he stayed in front of Kevin Harvick, and he was frustrated and angry, and I understand that aspect. But the statement that come out from old Miller is
shout out Scott Miller one time.
Shout out that clown, dude. The statement that was made from Miller was that it wasn't the difference between the Chase Elliott incident and the Cole Custer incident was that was a driver taking things into their own hand. Okay, like, if that's a statement you want to make, sure, but that right there tells me that Michael Waltrip Racing should have never had a penalty, because no one told Clint Boyer to spin out. All they asked was if his elbow itched, and he said, itch it. And he said, oh, okay. And then he spins out. So why did Michael Waltrip Racing get a penalty? That's my biggest thing.
Hey, not to interrupt you, but we're getting a call. Thank you for calling in to Radio LTC. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Galton Dudd from Memphis, Tennessee.
Dude, fuck this guy. He's not allowed to be on the show.
Galton, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm pissed off.
Oh, what's got you riled up this evening?
This bullcrap penalty that got Cole Custer screwed this past Sunday at the Roval.
And what about it has you pissed off?
The inconsistency of this stupid sport, because them Hendrick boys get away with every damn thing, like Chase Elliott last year at Bristol, and the same thing for the JGR, them cheating Yoders, getting away with it at Martinsville. It's BS.
Jacob, what do you have to say about that?
So I'm gonna cut it real with you, Chief. I can't hear really good when he's talking. So what's he saying?
You can't hear? Oh man, he's going through it.
Jacob's internet is about as inconsistent as a NASCAR oval office at Charlotte, North Carolina.
I heard that part. Yeah.
So do you think NASCAR is being a little bit biased to Hendrick?
Yeah, they suck
Yes,
Hendrick's
yeah.
dick every day.
Now,
I do think NASCAR is being biased.
where are you calling from, Galton?
I told you I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, you deaf?
Memphis, Tennessee.
I'm currently getting shot as we speak.
Well, Galton, I appreciate you calling in tonight. I hope that NASCAR gets their stuff together. I hate that you feel that they're being a little biased. Let me ask while you're on the phone, who are you a fan of?
Kyle fucking Busch, baby.
Of course he's a Kyle Busch fan. Galton, buddy, you take care. I appreciate your calling in tonight. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Don't hang up on me.
I'm not hanging up. That's why I was giving you the opportunity, Galton.
Who's Galton?
Galton?
Galton. You said Galton. Who's Galton? This is Dalton.
Oh, Dalton?
Yeah.
Has it been you this whole time?
Yeah, was my phone hacked or something?
I don't know, dude. Did you call me or did I call you?
I don't know what's going on.
Hey, welcome to Radio LTC with Cody and Jacob.
Hey, what's up?
I don't know that you can hear Jacob when, like, while
I can't, but like that Galton Good guy said, that Jacob's internet was as inconsistent as the NASCAR headquarters office.
you agree with him?
Oh yeah, I agree with everything you said.
But it definitely wasn't you.
Oh no, I don't even know who you're talking about.
I don't even know if Jacob could hear anything you said.
Nah, very
Probably not.
Very,
Wouldn't
very
surprise me.
small portions.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out how to get this volume right. If I could do that, then I'll be fine. Maybe I need to turn it up in my own ears.
Maybe you should have never left StreamYard.
I couldn't do this on StreamYard.
Yeah, dude.
Dang it, Cody.
I know. Hey, we're using StreamYard right now.
Are you really? For what?
To screen share with Jacob.
Oh shit, I can hear him now.
Oh, what are you trying to screen share?
So he can see the stream.
I got you.
You can hear him now, Jacob?
Yeah, it's still faint, but I mean, I can make it out.
Okay.
I
cool.
can't hear him.
No, I gotta figure out how to do that part.
Let me tell you boys something. It feels so good to escape my family for a couple seconds.
To give us a phone call?
Yeah, dude, I came over here because my nana and my grandma came into town, and they got me some pizza from Walmart, and of course I went over there to eat it, and now my sisters are here, and I was trying to watch this Preds game, and we're arguing over politics. Well, I'm just trying to watch a friggin' game.
I have a question for Dalton.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have
Madison there?
Yes.
So tell him that
that's
I
why
agree
we're
with
arguing over
whatever side
politics
she's
right now.
on. I don't give a shit. Whatever political side she's on, I'm with her.
Oh my god. No. I just don't care. Either side. I hate both sides.
That's the best way to be.
I don't want to vote anymore. Let's be real.
What'd he say? What's he say? Is he talking shit?
No, he said that he doesn't want to vote anymore.
Oh.
Voting means
Well, tell him
nothing to
I
me.
vote for Madison.
Jacob said he votes for Madison.
Oh god! Wait, for the president of Country Music Hall of Fame?
To be the president of the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Is that where she works? Shit, I don't know if you should say that on here. Maybe, yeah, shout out her address real quick, Cody. Just ask him for that.
Jacob wants you to give out her address live on air.
1, 2,
There shouldn't
3,
be
4. Go fuck yourself, Lane.
Okay, good. There shouldn't have even been an right there. That should have just been like a straight no.
Just a
freak,
no.
there's freaks out here, dude. I'm one of
Okay.
them.
Yeah, Madison is currently running for president of the Country Music Hall of Fame, but don't vote for her because she believes that Walker Hayes is the best country music singer of all time.
Oh my
She's
god.
part of the problem. She's part
Yeah,
of the problem.
that's horrible.
So, King of the Trill in the comments, he said, "Did your family come in to see Nick Adams?"
You know what? I would not. Wait. Serious question. Is he coming next weekend?
No, it was tonight.
Oh,
Did you know that
well,
motherfucker's from
good,
Australia?
because I was about to say if it was next weekend, yeah, they definitely would have came down there.
Nick
but,
Adams is from Australia.
Yeah.
he needs to go back to Australia.
Yeah, I wish he'd go back to down under.
Yeah, dude. He's an Australian boy.
I'm very disappointed you didn't go over there in a Bubba Wallace shirt.
Honestly, the day I had Dalton, I would have fought. Like, I would have punched him. And that's why I didn't go, because I knew I would have just punched him in the face.
Dude, that's an American right there.
Yeah, talk about a true patriot.
Yeah. No, you're the true patriot. You're
I know, yeah.
punching a racist Aussie.
That guy's a cuck.
Dude, like, just definition.
for real. Like, you know what I would have done? I remember this video a long time ago of a guy that was pretending to take a selfie with Tommy Lahren, and he was secretly recording, and he asked Tommy Lahren, he said, "Hey Tommy, what's it like being a racist piece of shit?" And I would if I ever met Nick Adams, I'd do the same thing. Like, I would act like I'm taking a selfie with him, and I'd ask him that question.
Dalton, you would immediately become like the #1 NASCAR Twitter celebrity.
I already am.
Oh my god, the ego. Get this guy out of here.
No, I would.
Such a big.
No, I would have jumped up from 3,000 followers to 6,000 followers if I did that.
Get this guy out of here.
I wonder
No.
if Dalton's. See, that's the thing. Daddy, Papa Good is not like that. I about to say Daddy Good.
Daddy good.
Papa Good's not really very ego driven. I don't think.
No, he's not. To relay the message to you, Dalton, Jacob said he doesn't really know where you get it from because Papa Good doesn't have an ego problem.
You know, Dad actually does like to be famous every chance he gets.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
So Papa Good is a little bit of an attention whore too.
Oh yeah, without
So-
a doubt.
It's like, okay, so speaking of, I don't know the other sister, but you said your sister's running for president. Does she like mention that a lot? Does she bring that up?
He
Does
tried
she
to hide it at the Bristol Night Race because he didn't want me to do an interview with him.
I see. So Jacob, she's not
Yeah.
actually running for president.
Oh, okay. Does she works at the Hall of Fame, right?
Yes.
Well, does she bring that up a lot? Is she like, yeah, I work at the Hall of Fame? Is she like the Dalton Good, but with country music?
Dalton. Is your sister like you with NASCAR but with country music?
More of a Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
That's not fucking country.
Jacob said she's not fucking country.
Yeah, I know. She hasn't been country since what, 2011?
Yeah, I think that's around the time she changed up.
Yeah, that's a good 10 years ago.
That was a decade ago.
Literally a decade.
Wow, ain't that
ago.
crazy?
It is. Dalton, do you have anything else you would like to bring up NASCAR related?
Yeah, the Hinder bias is real. Kyle Busch is going to be your 2023 Daytona 500 champion and soon to be Cup Series championship 3 times, baby. That's it.
Oh my God. So
It's happening. It's happening. With Kyle moving to Chevy, watch out for him at super speedways. I'm telling you.
I don't know if I have anything to follow up that with, Dalton. I think you're delusional.
Fuck Toyota.
Still
Well, I
out on
could've told
Toyota?
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck David Wilson.
This is why Radio LTC is better than Sirius XM. You could say bad words.
Dave Moody ain't got shit on us.
No, Dave Moody has everything on us.
No, he did bullshit. Have you seen the people that call into his show?
I know. Yeah, I want those people.
Yeah, that Dalton Dude guy, like dude, he lights his show up. You know what I mean? I can't believe he tried to mess with the LTC tonight.
I think Galton needs to give Moody a call.
Yeah, I know. I give what's her name a run for his money. Who is that?
Shirley.
Yeah, I think they're married probably. Shirley and Galton are married probably. What surprised me?
Dude, just imagine if one of them's like a Ford fan, the other one's a Chevy fan. Thanksgiving.
And their kid's gonna be a Toyota fan.
Yeah, like you think family Thanksgivings because of politics, or hell, you think Predator games because of politics are bad. Just imagine living in the Shirley Galton home.
Keen the
Oh
Trill
my God,
asked,
dude,
have you seen
I'd
the
sign up
Taylor
for
Swift
adoption
Darryl
myself.
Waltrip commercial? And I have not. So I'm going to look that up real quick.
The Taylor Swift Darryl Waltrip commercial.
No, oh
What is-
no.
What's up,
What is
Ivan?
this?
I don't think. Ivan. Happy early birthday to Ivan.
Oh yes. Ivan is a loyal member of the LTC. And tomorrow's his birthday, so happy birthday.
How old's he turning?
Like 45, I think.
45?
Yeah. Ivan's up there, bro.
There's no way. I thought he was my age.
He's young. I don't know exactly. I'm sure he'll tell us in just a second, but he's not going to be 45, I promise. NSP
I
has
doubt
some
it.
pretty good calls with Moody. I'll put, please do.
Well,
22. Ivan
really
is
what
going to be
Bert-
22. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22, speaking of T-Swizzle.
Oh
Dude,
my
I've been
God.
trying to find this
I hate
commercial.
22. 22 is just the worst number.
Wow.
I,
NASCAR
Well,
Cup
Taylor-
Series champion Joey Logano drives that number.
exactly, and Taylor Swift sings it.
Are you not a big Taylor guy?
Hell no.
Oh, bad take. Bad take.
She abandoned the country.
Yeah,
Vince-
and made a
Vince Brett-
total incredible career out of it.
Vince, wherever
Yeah,
you're
I
at,
will
come
say
at me,
it's
bro.
pretty good.
Taylor sucks.
Yeah, Vince is gonna personally beat your ass for that statement. I'm gonna make sure to tag him in it.
Well, if he continues taking them roids, he will.
Oh my god. Galton's on one tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. I need a break. I've held in like everything all night long. Like everybody's arguing politics, like right in the middle of me, and
You're just trying to watch
I
the
want-
Breads.
yeah, I wanted to give up. I either wanted to tell them to shut the fuck up or jump out a window, and I had to call you guys' event finally, get it all out of my chest.
How are the Preds doing, by the way?
Oh, we still suck.
Yay.
So fire John Hines.
That's needed to happen for quite some time, in all fairness.
I can't stand John Hines. He was a terrible hire. That was like the Carolina Panthers signing Baker Mayfield.
Mayfield was a good grab. I'll die on this hill.
That's cute.
The man's broken. You can't play in Charlotte without getting hurt.
Well, Deshaun Watson has another sexual assault accusation thrown at him, so the Cleveland can have Baker back.
Did he actually?
Yeah, I'm being serious. Like, number 24, 25, yeah, like an hour ago. That was reported. I'm being serious.
I believe you. I'm not surprised. That was why my giggle happened.
I'm not either.
Bring back Urban, Super Bowl confirmed.
Oh my! Hey, I will give some credit to Urban Meyer though. He's picking Tennessee to beat Alabama this week.
I don't know if you should take that as a compliment or not.
Well, Peyton Manning's the guest picker now, so I'm kind of nervous.
I'm gonna be honest. This has kind of been like heaven. Like I could just faintly hear Dalton.
Faintly hear him. Jacob
Yeah.
said this has been like heaven for him because he's just been able to faintly hear you.
Yeah, same thing.
Dalton said ditto.
That was the one thing I heard
Thing
from
on
this
my head.
entire fucking combo.
Well, Mr. Good, I appreciate you calling in, sir. Do you have any thoughts or opinions you want to share on your way out?
NASCAR's a terrible sport. Fire everybody in the tower. Tennessee Vols are the only sports team of mine that's making me happy this year. Free Cole Custer. Suspend Chase Elliott. Suspend Eric Jones.
Hashtag free Cole Custer.
I've been.
Free cold
That's on my
custard.
bio. If you go look at my
Cold
Twitter
custard
bio,
sucks, but he needs to be
hashtag
freed.
free cold custard.
Jacob's bio has that in it, Dalton.
Free Cole Custer.
Yeah.
Tell him to go look at
It's
it.
got-
He
gotta be
said go
moving.
look at it.
We need to protest NASCAR headquarters this offseason with free Cole Custer signs everywhere.
Let's get arrested.
We don't have
Dalton's
to
the type
destroy
of guy
property.
that
I'm not
would,
asking for
rush
that.
NASCAR's capital.
Wait, what, Jacob?
Dalton's the type of guy that would rush NASCAR's capital.
Yeah, that's what he just suggested.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell! Like he's the guy he's the Viking dude of the NASCAR world.
Hey, Jacob said you would be the Viking guy.
He would paint himself like each
Like,
color of the M&M.
You're painted with each color of M&M.
No, I have a Rowdy Nation flag on the back instead of the American flag.
True patriot, Dalton
Oh,
Good.
man. No. I wear a Richard Childress Racing t-shirt. That's basically the same thing.
Yeah. What's more patriotic?
Donald Trump or Richard Childress.
I'm siding with old RC every time.
Oh, same here.
God.
Richard Childress, my man. I can't wait to move to him.
Such a nice guy.
Yep.
QAnon NASCAR Dalton.
That's what he is. I bet Dalton. I'm not going to say that. Can I say that? Can I? What's the level of things?
So
I can
how's the
say
string
on
going
this
tonight,
radio
boys?
show?
You can say it, Jacob. And pretty good, Dalton.
Guaranteed.
Like my
Dalton
last
will be
name,
friends with
baby.
Vickers.
Wait, say it again.
Guaranteed.
Like my
Dalton will
last
be friends
name,
with
baby.
Brian Vickers.
Jacob just said that he guarantees you would be friends with Brian Vickers.
No, thank you.
He's denying your accusation.
He would he would say that, and he'd be like, "Yes,
I
Mr.
have
V."
no comment.
He said that you call Brian Vickers Mr. B or Mr. V
What?
instead of Mr. H. It's Mr. V.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Don't.
You should. You should.
I'm not.
Stand up for yourself, Dalton.
Jacob said, "Stand up for yourself."
I just called you a friend. to
Okay,
a child
free Brian
predator.
Vickers.
Oh my God.
He did
What did
nothing
you
wrong.
just say?
He was a victim.
said free Brian Vickers. He did nothing wrong.
Dude, hang up on him.
He's a
not
victim,
deserve to be
dude.
On the show
He got
again.
trapped.
He's hang up on him. Yeah, now we're starting to peddle. This is where I've wanted us to go this whole time. Okay, we are starting to peddle conspiracies in NASCAR radio, and I'll tell you what else. I've seen it with my own eyes. I traveled and spoke with the original people. Listen, Chase Elliott is not actually Bill Elliott's boy.
Oh
He is.
no.
He's the son of Dale Earnhardt.
No, Kyle Busch is the real son of Dale Earnhardt. He's driving that number 8 car next year.
Kyle Busch is not no son of Dale. He's the son of Rusty.
Did he just say Kyle Busch is the son of Dale?
What?
He did. He did.
Dude, he's getting fucking flamed if people watch this.
King of the Trill said BRB, Dalton storming NASCAR Hall of Fame meme coming up.
Oh no.
Listen, King of the Trill gets it. M&M's are turning the frogs gay. That's all there is to it.
Oh my god.
Here's the deal, okay?
What is this
100%
dream?
Scott Miller goes to Bohemian Grove.
What I was gonna say was Brian Vickers fell for the rat poison, now he's stuck.
Listen,
He's a
Brian
victim, I tell you.
Vickers ain't no NASCAR of mine, okay?
Brian Vickers did nothing wrong.
Why are you such a strong Vickers apologist?
Calista hypnotized me.
You're hypnotized?
Do you see my point
Yep.
being made slowly?
Or no, she brainwashed me.
Yeah, you're
She brainwashed me.
You now, you're a member of Mr. V's cult.
Wait, is Callista's Twitter name still number 1 Vickers Stan?
I have no idea.
If so, I'm gonna have to change my name to number 2 Vickers Stan.
Oh, please don't. As your PR guy, I'm gonna have to advise you against it.
Darn.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have a question. I do have a serious question.
Oh God.
Or actually, no, I have two.
Okay.
Have there been any 69 megabots calling tonight?
No 69 mega calls tonight.
Darn.
What was your other one?
Okay, so Cody, okay, now this is serious. Okay, I've literally been thinking about this for a month now.
Okay.
Like I'm laying in bed every night wondering if 69 Mega is a proud partner of the Brian Vickers Breast Implant Company.
I caught half of that. What was that?
Is 69 mega a part of the Brian Vickers Breast Implant Company?
Dude. If it is, we're all dead.
We are. They're in.
I don't know if you can't see my sarcastic quotation fingers, but like we're gonna commit suicide.
I'm just trying to figure that out.
I don't. Maybe we're gonna have to get in touch with the higher ups at 69 Mega, and we'll ask them. All of that information should be in the paycheck that they're supposed to be sending that I still haven't gotten yet.
They're frauds.
Dude, I'm starting to think that we got scammed.
Yeah, I think we did too. Just like the other porn bots that scam us all the time.
You're the only one, buddy.
They're no different. Fuck you.
Most of us, we just stream that stuff now. We don't download it. Well, Mr. Good, I appreciate you calling. I think Jacob's about to run away too.
I am, man.
Yeah, I guess I better go back and listen to the political discussion
Yeah.
that I don't want to do.
Hey, go
Tell-
Preds.
Tell him I said Madison. I said hello.
Dude, the Preds are sucking, and my family's arguing about politics. Like, tonight's the night I actually end it.
Oh, no. Kyle Busch has had a bad year. You're having a bad night.
I've had a good run. This is too much for me.
Jacob did want me to tell you one thing before you go.
Oh, no.
He wanted me to tell you to tell Madison that he said hello.
Madison said fuck off.
Dalton, you silly goose. She didn't say that.
he said no, she didn't.
Yes, he did.
I love it how I'm just awkwardly mediating this phone call.
Yeah,
She's literally sitting right next to me.
Oh, he said she's literally sitting right next to him.
Hey,
I don't fucking care. I don't believe
Madison,
him.
here.
Wait.
All right. All right, Jacob. Can Jacob hear?
No, Jacob can't hear you.
I can't hear.
Oh, of course he doesn't. He doesn't want to hear it.
But just go ahead and have it done, and then it's gonna be on the YouTube.
Okay, hold on. Here, Madison. What do you have to say? Tell him to fuck off.
Oh, pain.
That was pain.
Pain.
Now, is that the last time I'm going to say that joke?
I'm telling you, Jacob,
nerves?
My
No.
sisters don't like any of y'all.
What did I do?
What the fuck?
Existed.
Ouch.
Yeah, they hate me because I exist.
The pain in the way you said that.
I feel like
This whole
Cooper
year's
is
full of
the only
pain.
one that
I
deserves
just,
to be
like I
hated.
said, tonight's the night. I just want to be done.
Well, Dalton, we're thinking about you over here at LTC Radio.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna get back to it. Love you guys. Can't wait to see what kind of BS we're in for this weekend at Vegas. Can't wait to see another manipulation, not get any points penalties for it. Yeah, I can't wait. 4 more weeks of misery. I'm ready for it to be over.
Hey, it'll be over before you know it, and then we're gonna be going through withdrawals.
No, there ain't gonna be no withdrawals from this guy this year.
You're gonna enjoy the break. All right, Dalton, have a good
Oh.
night, buddy.
All right, you guys too, and fuck Galton Dud.
Yeah, that guy was an idiot.
I know.
All right, bye, buddy.
Bye.
That was a strong fuck off.
That was a very strong one. She meant every ounce of that.
Oh, dude, it was hardcore. Like, honestly, I respect it. Now, am I going to stop saying that to Dalton to piss him off? No.
I mean, you can't. I feel like everybody else is. Yeah. Do you hear the dogs in the background too? My whole life is falling apart. Dalton acts like Tennessee is gonna do good. They're gonna end up 5-7. Ryan, that's a bad take, bro. I have a feeling that Tennessee is gonna win this weekend against Alabama. I put money on Tennessee. I might have just damned Tennessee.
Cash on him?
Hell yeah, I did. Dude, Tennessee is hot. Hendon Hooker is an absolute stud of a quarterback, and I miss him so much in Virginia Tech. We just let him walk away. And I think about that every day.
Dude. I was just thinking about this. Do you realize that I just saw this thread where Kurt Busch and Jimmy Spencer's like rivalry is so weird because he's raced like every number, like numbers and sponsors that Jimmy Spencer had. Have you seen that thread?
I have not.
Well, think about it. Sirius XM. Who sponsored Jimmy Spencer back in the day in the 7 car?
Yeah.
Sirius. All right. McDonald's sponsored Jimmy Spencer. Sponsored Kurt Busch. Okay. Kurt Busch raced the 41 car. Guess who else raced the 41 car? And this is the craziest one, okay? And then, like, this is no shade towards Kurt because I love Kurt, man. I met Kurt a few years ago, and he was probably the most fun interaction I've ever had with a driver. Kurt Busch's concussion wreck happened in Pocono, and Jimmy Spencer's hometown is just an hour away from Pocono.
Now, how much do you think that all of that actually ties in? Is this
I
like,
mean, it does.
but is it like a JFK Abraham Lincoln thing?
Oh,
You know that
Dude.
one, right?
like, oh yeah, where they were like so similar,
Yeah.
got assassinated. Weren't they like the same age when they got elected?
Yeah, like the way it all like boiled out, they're like each other from a different dimension.
Mm-hmm.
It's like JFK's secretary's last name was Lincoln, and Lincoln's secretary's last name was Kennedy.
Yeah, that's super strange. Like the Kurt Busch Jimmy Spencer similarities are pretty crazy.
Listen, okay? Listen.
But
Kurt-
full happy.
Kurt Busch is Jimmy Spencer reincarnated, but he didn't have to die to be reincarnated. That's all there is to it. You still there?
Dude, I am, man.
Okay. I guess it's about time for you to hop off, huh?
No, you cut out there at the end.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, what did you say? I heard the Alex Jones voice.
I said that Kurt Busch is Jimmy Spencer reincarnated, but Spencer didn't have to die for it to happen. I got people. I know people, and I've heard it.
Dude, that is something that Alex Jones would say.
Jimmy Spencer has a crystal skull, and Kurt has a head injury. Coincidence? We're getting a phone call.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to let you take that phone call. I'm going to hop off. Tell him I said hello.
I will. Hey, welcome into LTC Radio. How can I help you?
Hello, mate.
How's it going, mate?
This is Nick Adams.
Oh, no. Not Nick Adams. Nick, how you doing, buddy?
The worst spot, worst driver in the all time. Oh, man.
Dude, Nick, how you doing, buddy? Jacob, take it easy, buddy.
What
Hey, you too, man. Take it easy. I'm really interested in this, though.
Okay. All right, so Nick, what do you have to say?
I'm not a racist, though. I'm not Nick Adams. Okay. This is Ryan. You did already know this by my voice.
Stat guy in the building. How's it going, buddy?
It's going good. I was trying to think of stuff I could come up with. I was gonna fucking act like you, but then I don't know.
What would
Nick
your
Adams just
impression?
popped in my mind.
What would your impression of me be? I want to hear that.
No, I was gonna fucking have like a weird voice and say I'm Cody Powers.
Oh. King of the Trill
I
said,
can't.
"Go with Steve Irwin's. Go swim with Steve Irwin." Oh no.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Steve Irwin is?
Wait, is that the Australian guy?
Yeah, the crocodile hunter. R.I.P. Steve Irwin.
Okay, I didn't know that was his name. I just remember him as Crocodile Steve or whatever.
God, your age is showing, bro. Your age is showing. Actually, I guess mine and Trill's ages are the ones that are showing. With.
Yeah, you're like fucking 50.
Oh, ouch. Hurtful.
Hey, you have the mind of, you have the fucking mucus taste of a 50-year-old mixed with a fucking 15-year-old.
Yeah. That's a solid take.
The good old hippie
Hey, listen.
mixed with fucking
Boomers.
I was gonna say that, and like you're like do it that boy. I don't even know what the fuck that is. That's a whole nother world.
Why are we hating on the Suicide Boys right now?
I'm not. Fucking, they're all over TikTok now.
Talking a
TikTok
lot. You're
is-
talking a lot to be a Five Finger Death Punch fan.
Hey, fuck off. Hey, I actually listened to Do It That Boys a little bit.
Okay, then I respect it.
No, I don't mind it. I haven't listened to nothing. I just keep seeing it on fucking TikTok. From the same people, too. It's like fucking people. I don't know how to explain it. Fucking, you can tell what they listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. I bounce across like every music genre. So like I don't know if I don't think if you look at me you could guess what kind of music I listen to.
No. Because you always probably think old country or whatever you said. Fuck, I can't think of his name that you went see a couple weeks ago.
Tyler Childers.
I can't remember what you called him. You didn't call him country, he was more
Folk.
stuff, and I can't remember. Yeah, folk.
Yeah, I consider him like Appalachian folk.
Old Appalachia.
Shout out Appalachia.
Is that West Virginia or Tennessee?
Appalachia is actually New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, a little bit of South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama.
Why is those the states that have that?
Yep.
Why is those the states that have it? It literally goes down and gets like Virginia.
No, so it goes like, did I not say Virginia?
No.
So Southwest Virginia is technically in Appalachia. So.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought freaking, I don't know this whole like north, south, Mason-Dixon line track. I thought they just get Virginia. Wouldn't be surprised. Virginia's kind of sucks.
Hey, Virginia has low sales tax.
Yeah, but prices are fucking thinking.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, they $10 on taxes, but pay $10 more in real cash.
But that's the beauty of living right on the border. I can just drive across the street and go grocery shopping.
Yeah. So you like this little radio show?
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. Is it?
I can't wait till you get a pro or something like a Dave Moody, and you can
I
go
know.
Dave Moody on their app.
I know. It's gonna happen eventually.
And it's gonna be a day like you had your worst day of your life.
Yeah.
And, like, Dumber and everybody gonna be like, Cody,
Yeah.
you have a life. You have a family.
Yeah, no. It'll
I want to
happen.
get one of those fucking Dave Moody guys in there. I want to get one of those people in there. Like, what was the name of this one that
Shirley?
you posted about? Yeah, thoroughly. And do he literally let them talk for like 7 minutes?
Yeah, I think I would have let her talk too, just to continue making like a fool out of herself.
Yeah. See, I don't know politics. I don't know stuff about real life that much. But, like, it was like one of those, you were talking to a wall.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, the moment she opened her mouth, I knew. I was like, this is going to be a good one.
That one, the other one he had this year, I can't remember what it was, but that one was hilarious, too. I think it had something... I don't even know if it had something to do with Bubba or anything. I think it might have had to do with stuff in politics or something. And Dave Moody was up like, nope, we're not playing that shit.
Yeah, that's one thing I do respect
Oh,
about him.
no, it was something about Bubba, about they were trying to say something else. And he was like, nope, not today. Yeah.
Yeah, Moody's
Yeah, I guess
always
that's
been on like the good side of that stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah, even though, like, he got a weird, I see everybody blocked by him on Twitter. Half of the community blocked by him.
So has there been anything this week that's really gotten you going?
Yes, after looking at like all the stats on the thing, it did thing, but if there was radio thing, I still think radio. I kind of get why that guy got suspended. Like, you can't say it on the radio. Yes, I know, like, tire blast, tire blast, tire blast. Yeah, that means block, block, block.
So
I don't know.
do you think the punishment was fair?
What was it, like 50 points for each thing, and I don't know if I would have bent that dude for like indefinitely, but maybe rest of the year, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's probably
But
what it'll be
that's
anyway.
just my opinion. I don't. Here, thing we're gonna go on inconsistency with the thing with Elliott last year. Technically, his crew teeth didn't say anything about that. Yes, Tate said something on it, but that was more of a that car had dirty air too. He did hold him up, but he didn't just like brake tech him and like wreck him, or brake tech enough where it kind of would be like you brake tech him and he run into you and they both wreck. But this thing got more of that, like the Eric Jones thing from Martinsville in 2020. That could have been a penalty.
I agree. And because that wasn't, I don't think that this one should have been.
Yeah. The thing with that, he was already locked in. I think even if he got passed by those two, it was still going to be tied.
Yeah, because he had the tiebreaker over Larson, I believe.
Already before he passed both of them. Yeah. I think it was 0-0 before he passed both of them. Then he should have been like 3 up or 2 up after he passed all 3 of them. Yeah, inconsistencies, but need to get that fixed out. But I think the penalty did a thing. Also think the penalty for Byron did a day too, but that's just me. You can't
I promise that
wreck
is not
people
just
under
you.
Yellow.
Yeah. I'm right there
Just
with
so,
you on
like,
that one.
Oh, someone pissed me off, and look, if I'm a fucking say I'm not in the playoffs at Phoenix and I'm having my best run, running for the win, and one of these guys fucking wreck me or hit me, and why not fucking ruin their season? I got nothing to lose. I'm trying to win a race.
1,000,000%. I mean, if I had a teammate who's like competing for the title, what's stopping me from just like dumping at least like one of the guys he's competing against?
Yeah. Also, like the thing holds them up. Like if you're just go up the thing with like if we talk in teammates, the thing at Atlanta with Larson, Blaney, and Agano, or Catherine and Kurt. It one of those things. Those I don't think were penalties in a way because they were blocking, but they weren't blocking in a way. I don't know how to explain it. They weren't just hitting their brakes and be like, "Hey, hi-ya."
Right.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't as like blatant.
But can I say a dad on here? And some of y'all probably will be like, "What the fuck?"
Hit me.
Oh, sorry, Brenda Cousin. Okay, guess Cole Custer's last top 5.
I've seen something about this before. I don't know the answer. Was it his win?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was Texas
So this
2020.
has been Kentucky, yeah.
Yeah, Kentucky,
Mid-season
not
2.
Texas.
Yeah, mid-season 2. So we're talking, are we talking almost 100 races?
Well, no.
Probably.
It was 2021, wasn't it?
No, 2020. It was COVID.
Okay.
Because that was the last year of Kentucky.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that when Blaney was gonna probably win the race, but hit the fucking water brain in the middle of the track.
Yeah.
And one, I don't know why they're a fucking water brain like on the track, but
Dude, I kind of
they're
want to
on
go
the-
back and rewatch that race now.
yeah, but that go on another Cole Custer thing. I think he he had the best equipment in Xfinity, but Xfinity driver and Procky was good, but I don't think he not for Cup, but we're talking money and we're talking whatever. He had London, so
Well, his dad's the
What?
president of Stewart Haas, isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think if Cole Custer didn't have talent, no matter what, he wouldn't be in that car. But I don't think that he's a Cup guy. I think that he will be like a Justin Allgaier kind of person.
Yeah, or just maybe somehow Stewart Haas is not the place for him. It's kind of a weird thing. Like, that one of the better teams. Like, look at someone like, I'm not trying to compare it. Look at someone like fucking Juarez. He's been in the Cup 7 seasons, and this was his best year ever.
Right.
Best career year. But, yeah. I think the penalty, this is probably the most penalties I remember in a year, honestly.
Oh, it's
Like,
been
with
crazy.
every penalty. Yeah, with all the body mod and things, and those penalties probably, they make no sense in a way because they're not playoff guys, but still modifying the body. You're not allowed to do that. But, I don't know. I hope and I believe we'll get leadership, or it's gonna get better. I believe it's gonna get better, though.
I have the
I don't think
mentality it can't get any worse.
Yeah, I had that mentality 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Scott Miller said, "Hold my beer."
Okay. I'm gonna be mild with this because I don't want fucking y'all lose any like NASCAR sponsorships in the thing. That dude's a freaking idiot.
You're not saying anything that I haven't said myself.
And apparently he worked for fucking Michael Walker Racing during that time of you know what.
The irony, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it will get better, I believe.
Yeah, I mean,
also,
first year
for
with a
those
new
people who
car.
saying they hope. Yeah. I'm also against those people saying that they hope the board dies. Like, it's the board we love. We want better. We
Yeah,
want
dude,
better,
if
and-
NASCAR were to just be like, all right, yeah, we're done now, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. Like, I get, like, this year been, like, here, Braden for this year, like, in racing, like, the racing, I would give a solid B.
Yeah,
Like, overall, with, like, everything, the season, looking at a D, not a D, a D.
now,
I know some.
let me ask you
Habitually,
this.
Aiden, yeah.
Do you think that whoever wins the championship this year will be forever, like, called a Mickey champion?
Well, anybody who win the fucking playoffs is a Mickey champion, no matter who it is. People still call fucking, let's say, who acted like Truex in 2017. He had the best car all year. He won. He had third best championship. That was his championship from start to finish. 8 wins, 7 wins. Even Larson last year. Amazing season. 10 wins, 11 if you count All-Star champion. Yes, and then he got lucky because Carlson came out so he could beat side by side with Truex, but still, that and that he had deserved it. And even if you look at it, I joke, 2020 he was one of the Elliott was the probably third best car, but he was the second best. He was only 2 of the best with actually in the championship, him and Hamlin. And Harvick, Harvick and Hamlin probably had the best season in 2020 if we're looking at that. Should have been champions, but yeah, probably people gonna say whoever went this year gonna because new car and whatever.
All of the like just the nonsense things that have happened. I feel like
Yeah.
no matter what,
And I would say this year with consistency, Elliott had the best thing, but I also seen that today William Byron had more DNFs than top 5 this season.
yeah, I saw this. Somebody had made this whole stat line, and it was like, I mean, I feel like it was definitely a Hendrick fan who made the stats, or like put them together at least. Chase Briscoe is having like a terrible season for him to be in the top 8.
Yeah, and I get that he is, but he somehow, like, look at fucking Texas, I think he had a terrible car all race. Top 25 all race. A good fucking thing he been at fucking 4th.
Yeah.
Or 5th, wherever he did. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he is proving that, if you are consistent enough to make it into the playoffs, you have just as good of a shot as anybody else.
One, he got not lucky. He won early on in the year, and he had the best car that day. And he been kind of pressed all year. He was locked in basically because of that win, but with all these winners, he kind of basically locked himself in and got what guarantees it.
Yeah, and I mean, when we take a step back, we're coming up on a stretch of racing that is very favorable for him. I mean, he has been up front at just about every 1.5.
Yeah, and Vegas, I think he have a good stat at Vegas. He won Xfinity. Martin, or Miami, he won Xfinity race there. Or no, a truck race, sorry, at Homestead. And Martinsville, that's Martinsville, I guess.
Yeah, if you qualify well, you'll have a good day.
Yeah. And they have... Didn't they get a pole this year? Briscoe got a pole somewhere, I thought, this year.
Yeah, I forget where it was.
Is that fucking water? I think I got a leak.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's a placket. Never mind.
But yeah, Briscoe, if he makes it into the Final Four, he's the one who won at
He
Phoenix.
might have one of the best cars.
Yeah.
But we're also talking different weather, maybe.
Yeah.
And different whatever. But yeah, he is a favorite. That bracket kind of, you see the same people up there, but not always. Like, look at Harvick. Harvick was good there every year until the last few. He was always battling for the win.
Yeah.
And he kind of have not been up there lately.
Yeah, and
Like,
I mean, we're with these cars. With these cars, anybody will be able to be in the top 10. So I'm excited.
Yeah, whoever
for that.
don't break.
Yeah, whoever's tires can withhold. King of the Trail said, Alex Jones knows the playoffs are a gimmick by George Soros.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm actually see it on the TV. Watson is on TV. Can't hear anything. I'm not listening, but yeah. But this year been a roller coaster for there. But I'm still gonna enjoy it even so. Here's the thing, like all the bullshit haven't did anything to me, so who cares, right? No.
Hey, that's a fair way to look at it. I mean, for me, in all seriousness, it's frustrating, it's annoying, and I will bitch about it. You better believe I'll bitch about it. But you better believe on Sunday, my butt's gonna be sitting on my couch watching NASCAR.
You're just like all those fucking people in 2015. Oh, the NFL, I'm done. Hey, how my team doing?
Yeah, no, and the thing that makes me mad is the people who actually say I'm not gonna watch, and then watch. Like, I'll at least admit
And I
I'm
know
still
there
gonna
are
watch
some
it.
people. I know there are dumb people that stop watching this, and respect to them, they do what they said they're gonna do. You're not gonna watch anymore. Not gonna watch. But half of the people that say, "Oh, I'm taking a break," or "I'm never gonna watch again," like these reporters, they're not reporters. These like not NASCAR YouTubers, just Twitter, NASCAR, whatever reporters. Like, I'm not gonna watch, and they're talking about the race every week, though. Or they frustrate us with it, but they're still watching it.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's every sport. Everything has that fan base that says they're gonna boycott, but nobody ever
I'm
actually
also
boycotts.
used to anyway, though. As an Eagles fan, as a fucking Baltimore fan.
Undefeated.
Yeah, you know who else was undefeated in 2020? The Steelers. Did they even make the playoffs
I don't
after
listen.
going 11?
Do not speak it into existence, brother. We're gonna be the first ever 17-0 team.
If Cooper Rush play this week, I'd say we have a good chance. And it looks like Parsons might not be playing or might be still limping, so there's a chance.
Time will tell.
To build a fucking arm.
I'm
Like,
nervous
we need
about
to start
this
throwing
weekend.
the ball more. Yeah. And it don't help it's a Sunday night game. We never do good at Sunday night games against the Cowboys.
Nope.
It don't matter if we're at home. At Dallas, we always corrupt. We're like fucking Kirk Cousins on Monday Night Football.
I remember being a kid, and like the Sunday night football games would be the Cowboys and the Eagles, and I'd be like, well, time to lose.
Yeah. Like, our night games are not good somehow. We won a Super Bowl, though. So.
Hey, that's all that matters. We were
We'll be
alive
the
when
Chicago,
we won.
Yeah, we'll be the Chicago Cubs.
That's okay. At least we have one.
Yeah.
I mean, two
But I think
technically, but
yeah. I'm looking forward to Vegas. Vegas was a really good race earlier on in the year, and I think it would be good.
as long as the tires hold up.
Well, I can't remember that many tire issues at not Miami, Las Vegas earlier this year. I just remember it being a weird race, and not a weird race, but it was a good one overall. I'm also kind of looking forward to next week, but not looking forward to next week in a way, because those cracks. Hey, maybe Homestead will be like, okay, I don't want to say that, because, Homestead and Martinsville kind of got the same, like, crack layout in a way, the black concrete.
Yeah.
About the, hey, maybe we'll get a Martinsville, but that's not good this year.
I don't know that it'll run like Martinsville. I think we're going to see a different kind of racing at Homestead.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it's wall. We get that wall ride and then not like a bottom train. It might be a boring wall ride race, but I'd rather than be high than on the bottom. Hey, there's a tire blow. You're already on the wall.
Yeah, that is true. I have a feeling at Homestead a lot of toe links are going to be broken.
Oh, God. Toe link, front toe link. The front toe link, fucking, you can't. Like, if you break a front one, you're kind of okay, but I can't remember what it did. Like, I think fucking Bricko had a broken front one this weekend, and he kind of, like, stuffing with the front end.
Yeah, it's all of the equipment failures has just kind of plagued the last half of the season. Which, I mean, I guess it was something that was expected.
Yeah, stuff's gonna happen, I guess, when you get parts, and like I think we'll end up getting better parts, or they're not really gonna be. They're really not an off season to begin with. They're not gonna be an off season this year because it looks like they're gonna have test a fucking lot probably in like January.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
stuff. Yeah, with all the new parts, and hopefully like they can maybe find a part that built up, or maybe they can talk with a team or something, and they can figure out how to make the parts more durable and more not gonna break. Here's the thing for the people saying we can't have any mechanical failure. That's not fun in racing.
Right.
Racing,
That's a
it
part
always
of it.
has like hell. Look how many years back in the day, like people flew engines, like Earnhardt flew an engine leading the Daytona 500. Like you're gonna have failures, and you can't blame a car. Or this year you kind of can, but you can't blame this car sucked because we stuff and brake on it. You're gonna have part things. They're part failures in other racing, like dirt racing, like sprint cars. You can fucking lead all 29 to 30 laps and brake on the last lap. They're gonna be part failures, and that's something you can't get rid of fully.
No, that's something that will always be a part
And
of the
honestly,
sport.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like, not now because it seemed like it happened like every week 100 times. Like I enjoy the part failure to a point. Like I don't want, like, here's the thing. Like we always had them back in like the Den 6, stuffing would break on a car. Then 4 car tomorrow, stuffing would break on a car every once in a while or whatever. And take that guidance factor in a way or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think we can get rid of it.
No, I mean, because when it comes to any sport, there's always a sense of luck, right? Like,
yeah,
you've got to have luck on your side. And, some days you're going to have bad luck. And the problem is right now, it just seems to be like everybody's having too much bad luck.
Yeah. And that, like, there are a lot of stuff they're got to do with the car this year, and I think they'll get it. Like, hopefully the safety gets better. Hopefully, like, they can add something to... I thought something about they know, or somebody think they know what's wrong with, like, the custom thing something in the Honda bikes. They're too much gap of the helmet to the back of the seat or something. Like them hitting their head on the back. It's kind of like what happened to Bowman.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're something like they're a little gap in a way from the helmet to the seat where you can get a little head bang in there if you like hit or whatever. Something like that they can hopefully maybe fix.
Yeah, and I think that's
That
the
might
plan. I know NASCAR's like covering the costs of all the new rear end clips.
Updated thing.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's a
Yeah.
move in the right direction. I have faith. I'm gonna be mad right now and call NASCAR out for the things that I disagree with.
But we're still gonna fucking watch every weekend.
Yeah, I'm still going to Martinsville in a couple of weeks. Like, it doesn't matter what they do to me.
Yeah, I pray for you.
Yeah, I need it. But
Only good thing will be the fucking hot dog.
yeah, you better believe my ass is gonna be eating a lot of hot dogs.
Yeah, fucking, they're gonna be fucking freezing that. Wait, no, it's not a nice race, though.
No, there's
freezing
honestly
fucking cold.
no way it's gonna be colder than it was in the spring.
No. Yeah, you say that now.
I know, yeah.
Hour rain delay. Race start at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. 32 degrees.
Yeah. No.
Having to
but I
melt
think-
the ice away.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that race in a way, but I'm looking forward to that weekend for probably Xfinity, because they always put on bangers at Martinsville.
Yeah. I mean, it'll definitely be an exciting race, though, I think, regardless, just because of what's at stake.
The 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we get a weird winner, or someone who not get someone weird to win or whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a
But,
Chase
yeah, I think-
Elliott win.
Yeah, fuck off. You already Wait, Ethol won this year.
Yeah, Atlanta.
I was about to say Ethol too, but I forgot you were at Nashville.
Nope.
Thank fucking God.
Yeah, I skipped out on that one. Good call.
Was Atlanta the first time you thought ever win?
It was.
Yeah.
After going to races
You
for
fu-
like 14 years, I finally saw it.
Yeah. Never seen an Edwards win, even though he won like every other Bristol race.
Yeah. Pain.
And he never went to fucking Xfinity races back then, and he won almost half an O2.
Yeah, I started going when Roush started collapsing.
Started going to races to begin with.
Regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
didn't get to see Carl's
Hey,
like
too
big
bad you
heyday.
didn't see him. Wait, you won one of the fucking Bristol races. Probably the one you didn't go to.
Yeah, he won 07, I believe, and I started going
No,
in
I want
08.
to say he won like 2000. He won in a Kellogg car one year. In Cup.
Yeah, I think that was 07.
No,
No?
he didn't have Kellogg back then. I think it was like 15. I want to say, was he in? When did he go to Ralph Benway or fuck?
I think it was 2014, wasn't it?
Fuck. Carl Long? No, that's not who I'm trying to look up. Dude, what year did he win fucking Bristol? He won. Oh yeah, he won 2014 in Bristol.
Yeah, that was the spring race. I never went to the spring races.
Yeah. Who had the spring race at the spring? No money. No. Nobody fell off because it was a day race for all those.
Yeah. Rough times.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Ryan, sir, I do appreciate you calling in. I think you're my last caller. I think Radio
Yeah.
LTC is going off air. It's about bedtime. But thank you for
All
calling
right.
in, sir. You got anything you'd like to add going out?
But then you tech ducks.
Yeah, bad. Real bad.
Hey, you're gold duck too.
It does. Yeah, rough year, buddy.
They let-
Rough year.
Yeah, they let fucking Nick Adams come to your goal.
Yeah, and our football team sucks this year, kinda. So.
Hey, you know who's gonna bring next? Tuckle Carlson, boy.
Oh God, please no.
Tuckle Carlson with fucking fuck. Who could he bring to make it even worse?
I feel like just one of the Trump kids.
Back. I don't think they would go to that ball goal.
I don't think so.
Ron Dances, okay. Those two. Tuckle Carlson live interview with Ron.
Yeah.
All right.
Take it easy, Trill. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Thanks for your call.
See ya.
Ryan, take it easy, buddy. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Yeah. See ya.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out tonight. This was fun. Have to do it again sometime. That's the wrong screen there. We're out. Bye.